Hello, greetings to all of you, and welcome back to Intellectual Bookshelf, the channel dedicated to sharing knowledge and fostering holistic personal development through impactful books. This week, I'd like to share with you an incredibly valuable book. This book is titled The Power of Heart That Shapes Life as Desired. It's a remarkable final masterpiece, a concise blend of business philosophy and wisdom from the life of the Japanese business mogul and life philosopher, Mr. Inamori Kazuo. When we mention Inamori Kazuo, I am confident that many book enthusiasts are familiar with this legendary Japanese entrepreneur who has left us with numerous thought-provoking books. Examples include Inamori Kazuo's Philosophy of Living, Inamori's Business Philosophy, or Challenges from Zero. But today, I've chosen to share with you the first book in the series of his works, the final book of Inamori Kazuo's life. This book was written when he was nearly 90 years old, and within just 1 year, it was translated into 15 languages, making it a global bestseller. In the book, Inamori Kazuo distilled his life experiences into a single word: heart. With over 80 years of a successful, happy, and intellectually enriched life, he imparts to us the wisdom that everything begins and ends with the heart. Everything you encounter in life is drawn by your heart. By cultivating and elevating your inner self, you can attain the life you desire. Now, I will share the core insights that I've gathered from reading this book. Join me on this journey of wisdom and self-discovery. So, the essence that I've distilled from this book is the importance of the heart. In Inamori Kazuo's words, everything begins with the heart, and it also ends with the heart. Everything you encounter in life is drawn by your heart. By refining and elevating your inner self, you can shape the life you desire. Now, let's delve into the core insights that I've gleaned from reading this book. Join me as I share these profound teachings. What is the solid foundation for enduring success? Firstly, it is connecting with the heart of the universe. Inamori Kazuo, hailing from humble origins, started his life with empty hands. At the age of 27, he founded the Kyoto Ceramic Limited, now known as Kyocera. At the age of 52, he established his second company, currently recognized as the telecommunications giant KDDI in Japan. Both of these companies have grown to become part of the list of the world's top 500 strongest enterprises. Moreover, at the age of 78, he held the position of chairman of Japan Airlines, and within a year, turned the struggling airline on the brink of bankruptcy, drowning in debt, into a revived company, generating unprecedented profits in its history. So, why has Inamori Kazuo been able to achieve such success in various fields? And what is the foundational business secret behind his success? It's truly unbelievable that the series of miracles he created weren't due to his status and wealth, nor because he built a complex business strategy. Instead, it's because he consistently held a profoundly simple personal belief: all success stems from the heart of altruism. What is altruistic compassion? In simple terms, it is keeping a mindset of consideration for others, leading to benevolent actions on behalf of others. A compassionate heart involves using the most humane, beautiful, and caring feelings for everyone. Actions driven by a sense of altruism often have a high probability of success, and sometimes they even yield unexpected results. Inamori Kazuo emphasized that if you start your career with a heart that prioritizes the well-being of others, everything will develop in a positive direction, and your destiny will take a favorable turn even before you begin. Inamori Kazuo consistently questioned himself if his actions were altruistic, firmly believing that any action stemming from goodwill and a heart for others would have positive and certain results. A classic example is his acceptance of the invitation to become the chairman and rebuild Japan Airlines, an act originating from his altruistic heart. At that time, the airline was on the verge of bankruptcy. Initially, Inamori Kazuo declined multiple times due to his advanced age and lack of expertise in the airline industry. However, he reconsidered, realizing that rebuilding Japan Airlines held three crucial meanings. Firstly, it was for the stability of society and the reconstruction of Japan's economy. If the company went bankrupt, it would have severe negative impacts on Japan's economy. A successful rebuild could enhance societal trust. Secondly, it was to protect the livelihoods of 32,000 employees. If the restructuring failed, it would result in numerous job losses, but success could protect the lives of over 30,000 people. Thirdly, it was for the convenience of the domestic population. Accepting failure would leave the country with only one major airline, potentially leading to high transportation costs, lower service quality, and disadvantages for the people. Inamori Kazuo's heart of altruism allowed him to navigate the pessimistic opinions at that time with courage and determination. It was precisely due to this benevolent heart that he vigorously drove reform, and within a year, Japan Airlines was successfully restored. Reflecting on this, one might think that this philosophy sounds too idealistic, that living for the benefit of others is difficult. If you have such thoughts, you need to understand the deep-rooted reasons behind his perspective and strengthen your own belief in this philosophy. He believes that deep within the heart of every person, there always exists something called the soul, and even deeper, at the very core, is the true self, considered the essence of a person. The true self is the purest and most beautiful part of the soul, and here's how we can connect with our true self, by living with an altruistic heart. It's essential to understand that this true self is also the heart of the universe, creating all things. All religions believe that everything in life shares a common existence, which is the heart of the universe. The only difference is that we and all things are in various individual forms, but we are all one. Therefore, when you reach the true self deep within the soul of every person, you also reach a place that is the heart of the universe. At that point, we touch the roots of all things and find the meaning of life. In other words, when you have a heart of altruism, the deepest part of your heart is connected to the universe. Meanwhile, the universe always has the will to continuously drive all things to evolve toward goodness and happiness. Therefore, when we have a beautiful heart through altruism, we can harmonize with the heart of the universe. From there, we can naturally make everything in our lives unfold in a more positive direction. Inamori believes that those who comprehend this fundamental truth can also understand the significance of our human existence and why we are born into this life. In today's society, there are far too many individuals who live solely to satisfy their personal desires, obsessively pursuing material wealth and aspiring to attain positions of power. However, that is not the true purpose of life. Inamori Kazuo stands at a point admired by many, conveying to us that the purpose of life is to cultivate a heart dedicated to others. He emphasizes that the goal is not about standing at the pinnacle, satisfied with wealth and fame, but rather, from beginning to end, living with a heart dedicated to others. This aligns with the universal law that the more you give, the more you receive. Knowing how to give and living altruistically, you will receive warmth and abundance, and you will increasingly succeed in your career. True altruism may seem like yielding to others, but in reality, it's building bridges for yourself. offering roses to others, the fragrance lingers on your hands, and the altruistic heart within attracts blessings and ample wealth for yourself. Continuously cultivate and elevate your heart with a thankful spirit, living for others. When you contribute to society, you will find value in your own life. Once you've made the determination not to give up, solely having a heart for others is not enough. Inamori Kazuo believes that to achieve lasting success, you must also possess the will to face difficulties without hesitation and the passion to pursue your goals relentlessly. He calls this the burning spirit of the fighting warrior. Inamori Kazuo believes that there is only a small difference between successful and unsuccessful days, and that difference lies in one concept: when facing unprecedented difficulties, whether you believe you can overcome them or not. When Kyocera was just established, it was merely a small factory. Gradually, it attracted attention both domestically and internationally, eventually making significant leaps. However, it was during this process that it underwent 3 years of hardship. The first challenge arose when Kyocera received a large order from IBM. However, IBM requested that Kyocera's products meet quality standards 10 times higher than the current ones. At that time, Kyocera lacked the equipment to produce such products. Fulfilling this order seemed like an impossible task. Nevertheless, confronted with this immense challenge, Inamori Kazuo believed that success was a must. Completing this order would not only enhance the technical capabilities, but also propel the company onto the global stage. From that day on, he moved into the factory, shared meals with the workers, supervised every aspect and operational process. At the end of each workday, Inamori personally saw off each employee, expressing gratitude for their dedicated work. Then, he returned to the office and continued working into the early morning. After 7 months of selfless dedication, numerous product samples produced by Kyocera, through extensive testing, finally yielded the desired results, meeting the required standards. Subsequently, the factory began operating at full capacity. Due to the significant volume within the specified time frame, this successful experience instilled great confidence and success for the Kyocera Corporation in the future. Since then, Kyocera has launched new products through continuous research and development, achieving triumph in all company projects. When Inamori Kazuo was asked how to achieve success repeatedly, he responded with a simple statement: never give up. All right. Next, we will explore the 3 foundations for building a happy life that Inamori pointed out in the book: gratitude, humility, and diligence. Firstly, no matter when or what happens, whether it's good or bad, we should be grateful. Even if our lives are going as planned, these beautiful things won't last forever. Inamori advises us not to get lost in victories and comfort, forgetting to express gratitude to those who have helped us. Expressing gratitude for assistance is something many people know, but expressing gratitude when facing difficult situations is not something everyone can do. For Inamori Kazuo, challenging circumstances are opportunities to train the mind and soul. Furthermore, expressing gratitude in the face of disasters can help us eliminate past misfortunes. Inamori Kazuo shared a story. After stumbling during the development of his career, his life mentor, Master Nishikata Tanji, imparted valuable teachings. After Kyocera, the company Inamori founded, produced an artificial knee joint, doctors unanimously agreed that Kyocera's knee joints had no issues. At that time, when Kyocera did not have the equipment to produce such products, under pressure from the health sector, they began production without proper authorization. The result: major magazines reported that Kyocera was selling artificial knee joints for profit without approval from the Ministry of Health. This incident caused a shockwave in public opinion, and both Kyocera Corporation and Inamori Kazuo himself faced intense criticism. After this incident, he didn't defend himself but continuously stood up, admitted mistakes, and apologized. However, the situation continued for many days, leading to both physical and mental exhaustion. So, he went to a temple seeking advice from Master Nishikata Tanji. They sat across from each other, and the master brewed tea as usual. Carefully listening to the details of the situation, he said to Inamori Kazuo that it's good when disasters strike, as it is an opportunity to eliminate past misfortunes. Enduring this can help eliminate misfortunes and cleanse past mistakes. It should be celebrated. Here, I will briefly explain the term karma that the master mentioned. It is a term in Buddhism, often referring to all actions, thoughts, and activities of humans. Karma is divided into good karma, bad karma, and neutral karma. Returning to Inamori Kazuo's story, immediately after hearing the master's words, he suddenly realized and accepted criticism and self-blame as a form of repentance. Only the most sincere repentance can cleanse one's karma. Humans cannot live without encountering suffering, and during these times, we should not be discouraged or fall into despair. Because, as the master said, when failure and difficulties come, it is also the time to eliminate past misfortunes. So why not be happy and accept them? Be thankful for even the bad and difficult things. Naturally, you will take a step forward. This is the secret of secrets to overcoming the hardships of life. Alongside gratitude, the second foundation for building a happy life is humility. Inamori stated, "Humility is a protective amulet. With a humble heart, you can steer clear of disasters." It's like adding an extra layer of protection to your life. Humans are prone to vanity. Many of us, when experiencing career success, or being slightly better than others, and receiving praise from those around us, immediately feel a surge of pride, potentially soaring like a misdirected kite in the sky. If we allow ourselves to continue in this way, we may unintentionally become arrogant, haughty, and condescending towards others, leading our lives astray. In his book, Inamori Kazuo advises us that what we often believe to be ours, such as our bodies, thoughts, emotions, money, social status, abilities, and reputation, are actually all gifts bestowed upon us. Therefore, the belief that all these successes are because of me is unfounded. If we realize this and remind ourselves regularly in life and work, the sense of arrogance will disappear, replaced by a flood of humility and gratitude in our hearts. And finally, the third foundation for building a happy life is diligence. After realizing that we need to live and work with a compassionate heart, thinking of others, always being grateful and humble, and when facing difficulties, fighting with an indomitable spirit, the remaining key to maintaining resilience and achieving lasting success and a happy life is diligence. Carry the belief in this life philosophy, always be diligent and diligent, and you will quickly attain what you desire. These are the secrets to enduring success and the foundation for a happy life. Inamori Kazuo shares many profound philosophies in this book. I highly encourage you to read the entire book and draw lessons for yourself. In the concluding part, there is an insight after reading this heart book, and I believe that this is one of the important ideas throughout the book, which Inamori Kazuo wants to convey to all of you. Your magnetic field determines your destiny. Inamori Kazuo believes that everything that happens in life is attracted and shaped by our own mindset. In his book, he writes that all the unhappiness in life, without exception, is attracted by our own mind. The continuous outpouring of unhappiness and constant complaining from the mind is called unhappiness. Complaining is a toxic medicine, and the more you complain, the worse your situation becomes. When you stop transmitting negative energy and adjust your mindset, you can find a ray of light in the midst of that fog. In life, many of us always complain when facing difficulties or anything unfavorable. The result is that the more you fear something, the more you will encounter it. The more you avoid something, the more you will run into it. It's like an artist once said, people are easily hypnotized by what they say, and the complaints you constantly mention will become your own life. You need to remember that the people and things you hate are all attracted by yourself. When trying to change your temperament and break free from negative energy, luck will shine in your life. So, what is the way to escape negative energy? Live in a positive magnetic field. Inamori Kazuo is known as the man who carries the sun, as he always wears a radiant smile regardless of the challenges he faces. He believes that as long as you maintain a positive and optimistic attitude, even in the worst situations, you can sail through smoothly. When Inamori Kazuo was young, both of his parents and a grandmother passed away due to tuberculosis, leading people to refer to his family as the tuberculosis family. Consequently, he grew up always worried that he might die from this disease. True enough, what you worry about tends to happen. He actually contracted tuberculosis, his body weakened, and his spirit was in despair, making everything he attempted unsuccessful. At this time, a neighbor gifted him a book called The Truth of Life. The book conveyed the idea that everyone has a magnetic force within them, capable of attracting whatever they think about. Any hardship or difficulty can occur because of the existence of a magnetic mind attracting them. Nothing comes to us without our own invitation. Inamori's heart suddenly became clear. He no longer felt disheartened every day and began to study diligently, making every effort to prepare for the entrance exam. He had failed twice in junior high. Unexpectedly, there was a bomb incident in the area, causing panic, and many people fled in fear of being shot. However, Inamori was not afraid. He stayed behind and actively helped the weak on the way to exile. It was precisely because of this that a miracle happened. After the war, his tuberculosis spontaneously healed, and he also passed the exam successfully. As he stated in his book, the power of the heart can create all kinds of unbelievable phenomena. This is also the law of the famous magnetic field. Even though our naked eyes cannot see the magnetic field around us, it silently influences each of our lives. If you are pessimistic about the world, believing that everything is terrible, you will ultimately become an unlucky person and fall into the chaos of life. On the contrary, optimistic people can calmly deal with changes, even in dangerous situations. They can focus to find the root cause of the problem and ultimately rescue the situation. You must understand that all the fortunate things are not achieved by seeking, but by attracting them with a positive and optimistic heart. When you always smile, life will respond with the greatest kindness. Inamori Kazuo expressed these thoughts in the closing lines of his book. Everything in life begins with the heart and ends with the heart. His life has experienced ups and downs, from war to severe illness, from a difficult life to business crises. However, nothing, no danger or difficulty, could defeat him. This is because he always had a guiding principle within his heart. He faced challenges without fear, without complaint, and achieved great success, contributing positively to life with profound wisdom. For a business or an individual, beyond having a wise strategy or a modern technological development plan, cultivating the heart is the fundamental root. He hopes that all of us can remember the teachings of the philosophical master Inamori Kazuo. Please remember that everything happening in life is a reflection of your heart. Whether it's good or bad, it should be appreciated, and humility is essential for gratitude. Diligence and hard work are necessary to touch the truth of the universe. The secret to enduring success is having a compassionate heart, doing things for others. When you feel it's impossible, that's when the actual journey begins. However, no matter what, keep fighting to the end and never give up. Finally, everything begins with the heart and ends with the heart. Today, we'll conclude the video here. Thank you for listening. If you find this video helpful, please share it with those who need it. Support Intellectual Bookshelf by liking, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell to stay updated on my latest videos. Once again, thank you, and see you in the next content.